Hello everyone, welcome back. In this lecture we are going to study about the maximum or principal shear stress. So as we know that in any complex system of loading, the maximum and minimum normal stresses are the principal stresses and shear stress is zero in that particular plane. To find out the maximum value of shear stress and its plane in such a system, consider the equation of shear stress in a plane which is given by this equation tau theta is equal to -1/2 sigma x minus sigma y sin 2 theta plus tau cos 2 theta. So to find out the maximum value of tau theta, to find out the maximum value of tau theta, differentiate it with respect to theta and equate to 0. It with respect to theta and equate to 0. So on differentiation we'll have d tau theta over d theta is equal to minus sigma x minus sigma y cos 2 theta minus 2 tau sin 2 theta is equal to 0. So if we solve this, we'll have tan 2 theta is equal to sigma x minus sigma y over 2 tau. So this equation tan 2 theta is equal to minus sigma x minus sigma y will provide us the two values of 2 theta differing by 180 degree. This equation will provide us two values of 2 theta differing by 180 degree, or we can say two values of theta differing by 90 degree. First plane will be at theta and second plane will be at theta plus 90 degree. So from here we can say the maximum shear stress planes lies at right angle to each other. So now from this equation, tan 2 theta is equal to minus sigma x minus sigma y over 2 tau also can be represented by this triangle, and as in this triangle if this angle is 2 theta, then according to this equation the base would be 2 tau and this would be minus sigma x minus sigma y, and this hypotenuse would be sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus 2 tau whole square root. So by using this triangle we can find out the values of sin 2 theta and cos 2 theta. So sin 2 theta can be written as perpendicular over hypotenuse and cos 2 theta can be written as base over hypotenuse. So let's write the value of sin 2 theta and cos 2 theta using this triangle. So we can say sin 2 theta is equal to minus plus sigma x minus sigma y over under root sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus 2 tau whole square, and cos 2 theta is equal to plus minus 2 tau over under root of sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus 2 tau whole square. So in these two equations we observed that right hand side of these two equations must have opposite signs, because in the formula of tan 2 theta there was minus. So if we use the plus sign with cos, then we have to use the minus sign with sin 2 theta, and if we use the plus sign with sin 2 theta, then we have to use the minus sign with cos 2 theta, because in the tan 2 theta formula there is minus sigma x minus sigma y over 2 tau. So to get this minus, we have to use the opposite sign on the right hand side of these two equations. So now on the substituting the values of sin 2 theta and cos 2 theta in the formula of tau theta, will get, so as we know that the formula of tau theta is equal to minus 1 by 2 sigma x minus sigma y sin 2 theta plus tau cos 2 theta. So if we replace the values 1 by 2 sigma x minus sigma y and sin 2 theta is equal to this, so this becomes minus plus, and this is sigma x minus sigma y over under root of sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus 2 tau whole square, and plus this becomes plus minus because of this sign, and tau multiplied by 2 tau over under root of sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus whole square of 2 tau. So if we solve this or simplify this equation, we will get tau theta is equal to plus minus 1 by 2 sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus 4 tau square divided by sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus 4 tau square. And if we further simplify this, we will get the equation tau theta is equal to plus minus 1 by 2 under root sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus 4 tau square. So this is the value of tau theta. So this equation will provide us the maximum and minimum values of shear stress. This equation will provide us the maximum and minimum values of shear stress. Both numerically both are equal. Numerically both are equal. In fact, the negative or minimum values indicates that it is at right angle to the positive value as discussed above, because both of the planes having the maximum shear stress are at right angle. So we can say the plane having the negative value will be at right angle to the positive value as discussed, and two are the complementary stresses. As in the lecture we discussed the concept of complementary shear stress. So we can say the magnitude of maximum or principal shear stress is given by tau max is equal to 1 by 2 under root sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus 4 tau square. So this is the magnitude, and plus or minus sign indicates the direction of shear stress on that particular plane. And as we discussed in the last lecture, the maximum principal stress, is given by sigma 1 equals to 1 by 2 sigma x plus sigma y plus 1 by 2 under root sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus 4 tau square, and the minimum or minor principal stress is given by 1 by 2 sigma x plus sigma y minus 1 by 2 under root sigma x minus sigma y whole square 4 plus 4 tau square. So if we substitute sigma 2 from sigma 1, we'll get sigma 1 minus sigma 2 is equal to, this will get cancelled out and this will get added, then this becomes under root of sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus 4 tau square. So now if we multiply this equation by 1 by 2 on both sides, then this is 1 by 2, this is 1 by 2. So as we know that this is the value of tau maximum, so we know that this is the value of tau maximum. So we can say the tau maximum also can be given by 1 by 2 sigma 1 minus sigma 2. Here sigma 1 and sigma 2 both are major principal stress and minor principal stress. So tau max can be obtained using these two principal stresses also. Now the location of principal plane, the location of or orientation of principal planes is given by tan 2 theta p is equal to 2 tau over sigma x minus sigma y, and as we obtained the location of maximum shear stress plane or orientation of maximum shear stress plane is given by, here S stands for shear and P stands for principal. So this is given by minus sigma x minus sigma y divided by 2 tau. So if we multiply this tan 2 theta p and tan 2 theta s, then we'll get tan 2 theta p multiplied by tan 2 theta s, will get minus 1, which means 2 theta s is equal to 2 theta p plus 90 degree, or we can say theta s is equal to theta p plus 45 degree. This indicates that the plane of maximum shear stress lies at 45 degree to the plane of principal stress. So we can say the plane, from this equation we can say the planes of maximum shear stress lie at 45 degree to the planes of maximum direct stress or principal stresses. So unless it is possible to know by inspection which of two planes corresponds to particular direction of principal shear stress, so it becomes necessary to substitute one of the values of theta, of theta s into the equation of tau theta. So tau theta, as we know, that is equal to minus 1 by 2 sigma x minus sigma y sin 2 theta is plus tau cos 2 theta. So the values of theta s we have to put in this equation to know the values of principal shear stress corresponding to that particular plane. So using this equation we can find out which value of tau maximum, because tau max will have two values with plus minus sign with same magnitude, and to find out the which value is corresponding to which plane, we have to put the one value of theta in this particular equation. Then by putting this theta s here, we'll get the one value of tau maximum from this equation. So we can identify this value of tau max is corresponds to that particular plane. So in this lecture we studied about the maximum shear stress or principal shear stress. So in the next lecture we are going to study about the normal stress on the plane of maximum shear stress. So in the next lecture we'll discuss the values of direct stress on the plane of maximum shear stress. As we know that the value of shear stress on the plane of maximum direct stress is 0, because that plane is known as principal plane, and we proved that in the principal plane the value of shear stress is 0, but it is not necessary that in the plane of maximum shear stress the value of direct stress will be 0. So in the next lecture we'll find out the value of direct stress in the plane of maximum shear stress. So thank you.